Well, it's good, man.
Match point, you know.
It was good watching you guys play. It looks like this game's going to start, so I think CZM wants to...
All right. See you, internet.
Yeah. Looks like they're starting out. First map's Hidden Fortress, Nelson. Our favorite.
Yeah. Lots of action.
Lots of action. Oh, Nelson's a mess, man. He's just dropping things, and
that's the sound of a microphone dropping.
All right, anyway, expensive microphone.
Let's watch this game.
All right, we're following Link.
Oh, denied the quad. It's the good time. Lower the game volume.
Game volume could be a tad lower.
Okay.
How was that?
So this looks like an excellent quad run in the making.
Excellent because he has some armor and a railgun. That's CZM's excellent quad run.
Now that the quad run's over, let's talk a little bit about the way we imagine good play on this map evolving. I see it as follows. You want to time the red armor, time the railgun, and get a couple guys to defend the shaft. That seems like more or less the recipe for success in this map.
Yeah, I mean, just from, how Sirius played against us and how we've seen good teams play, it seems like LG is the heartbeat of this map. When you hold that LG room, you kind of have the key to the map. So I think the ideal strategy is 2 guys red armor, 2 guys LG, and some cycling and some help, and then, of course, a conversion on quad.
Now let's see how Toxic does with this railgun in the open.
Toxic, always fun to watch. I just raised the volume a little bit. Yeah, so let's see. So colwn has a pretty commanding lead at this point. 2 minutes in, they have more than double Dignitas score. Looks like they're just timing Mega, really keeping control of red.
Dignitas does have 1 railgun.
To see,
and it's paying off in that fight right there.
Yeah, it is. We've got quad coming up in 5 seconds. Dignitas there already. Let's see if they can. Oh, Sturmy, man. Someone's asking when the duel final is. How do you feel about that, Nelson?
Well, I mean, final can mean many things in the context of a tournament. The battle for first place is concluded, but the final match of the tournament is the 3rd place match. It's out of order compared to how it normally is. And that, I think, is happening at an indeterminate time, since Noctis is, of course, still in the TDM tournament. Anyway, we've got an awesome quad run by Sturmy. Toxic being so kind as to drop his lightning gun for him at the beginning. Again. And such kind team play has paid off well.
It is kind team play, and kind team play is good team play. Sturmy now getting that LG. It's important. He's telling his team when that's back up.
Let's check Sturmy's stats. Oh, too late.
Let's do it. Is it this one? Is it this one?
I bound it to 1 earlier.
Oh, well, someone else bound it to this button right here. What do you call it? What's that button called?
Left bracket.
But what's really? Are they both called brackets?
Yes.
Okay.
One's curly, one is square. Lincoln currently at 100% rail. That's the way to do it.
That is the CZM stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really. We're still trying to see their strategy develop here. It seems like colwn's pretty much just doing the obvious. I think they're getting a little more comfortable as their lead expands and branching out and trying to get some additional spawn kills. But for the most part, it's just LG and red armor room. We can go around and check some stats here, make things a little more interesting.
I kind of see the heart of the map being the lightning gun room because it has yellow armor, lots of shards, which is less than what you get from the red armor. But the main benefit of the lightning gun room is that it's safe armor. You're not exposed to many angles of attack when you pick them up. So typically, if you get a red armor, I'd say your expected net armor at the end of the pickup is probably less than 70. Anyway, let's look at this quad. Hey, over. Okay, how is this for distance from the microphone?
You're probably good there. So it's pretty interesting checking these stats. There's just several players on dignitas that haven't even fired a rail or a rocket. And that is just 100% the reason why they're losing so bad. They just can't seem to get some guns.
Let's stick with one play. Okay, yeah, let's watch what wins this game now.
I just checked the stats.
It looks like Dignitas has got the lightning gun room on lock. Doing lots of damage there. Using 2-on-1s well to their advantage. And I think it shows in the scores. I think the 30 frag deficit is shrunk now to 20. Okay, getting a little bit closer.
Look at clock. See that? Nelson, watch me for direction.
Okay.
I'm actually way closer to the mic than he is. I don't know.
OSP5 is map 2.
Oh man, that is just going to be
The favored map of the clown players.
That is just going to be a massacre.
Now what do I think right now? I've seen a few fights where I think it was ZSX was the player who had Shaft and he entered into a fight with 3 enemies that were all machine gunning him at the same time. And this I see as an unfavorable situation because you're taking more damage than you need to, so your run with the lightning gun is going to end a bit prematurely.
Quad's up, no one's
And
there.
now we see everyone running for the quad,
we go.
and ZSX getting it with fairly comfortable stack.
There's the making for another good quad run.
Just got to hit those rails.
Oh. Hits the easy ones. Oh, that LG is looking good. I think, you know, you have your 2 types of quad runners. You have the ones that prefer the LG and the ones that prefer the rail. You notice that? Like, Faz is a quad runner that prefers the rail.
Okay, maybe. I think I prefer the rail when I hit with the rail, and I prefer the LG when the rail would not hit with the rail.
That's a pretty logical, you know.
Thank you.
It's that PhD.
Yeah, we seem to be following ZSX a lot. It seems like he,
Well, one thing to be noted here is that Dignitas is coming back. They've closed the gap in from, I think, 35 or 40 almost even to about 20.
ZSX seems to be the best player at killing the enemy that the camera is following at the time, which is an unusual skill, and I don't know how he does it. But.
Oh man!
Oh, we don't have follow killer on here.
Do you guys? Well, I took that off. Do you guys want that on?
Let's follow a clown player.
All right. Let's follow a fan
Someone with lots
here.
of weapons, perhaps.
Lots of weapons, probably. No, Toxic's
well,
about to get a shot.
Toxic's machine gun is like many players, multiple weapons. But.
All right, let's find someone who has.
How about I like Urpa's stats. Yeah, there we go.
This is good. This is good. Let's see what
that LG rail combo is so happy.
Oh, very bad lightning gun.
He's engaging in too many easy fights. Yeah,
I mean, we're getting off of Gerpa. That was a waste.
Well, I guess it was justified by the incoming power-up, which I was not paying attention to. All right, but Lincoln being a monster with the quad right now.
Here we go. Oh, this is pretty smart. He knows he has no health.
Yeah, he's playing it perfectly. I think he's going to hit a rail in a second.
Oh, man.
I was wrong.
You wouldn't have missed that, would you have?
You win the bet.
All right, who else can we follow?
Let's see.
Draven with a railgun? Let's see if he can hit anything. Nope.
Nice shot.
Oh.
Yeah, that 20 frag deficit is staying steady. Shrunken to 18.
I'd put that rail away. There we go. 15 now. Oh, so this is kind of turning into a game here.
Yeah.
Unfortunate spawn for Draven.
So, I mean, I've only played this map a few times, but the situations I always try to produce are ones in which I have a major advantage in numbers against the enemy. So, I like to attack enemies that are fighting a teammate of mine. I mean, you might see this as kind of greedy on my part, but I see it as, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that at this point, it's you know, quad's coming up in 30 seconds. Dignitas really needs to try and stick at red when they get it. Like Draven just stole a red there. They really need to pounce on it when it comes back. They have to acknowledge that they're probably not going to get LG and sort of defend that area, which I think they're doing a good job of. But I think they really need to just stick at that red. I think they're roaming a little too much.
I think Draven's been playing pretty money just now.
Well, it's because we started watching.
Hitting lots of rails, well, until he got railed then.
Until you mentioned it.
What
See how that works?
I jinxed it, I know. And now we got a quad coming up, so hey, Draven picking it up. Being a little bit too aggressive there. Lincoln taking him out.